Right, here we go. La la la, why is Prince up? Although that may be a good idea.
Leave me alone!
Oh, hang on. There was monsters down here last time and now it's her.
Help me!
The girl's spine suddenly arches back at an unnatural angle. A squeal of distress morphs into a deep, throaty chuckle. She straightens and looks at you. Her eyes are black.
She is ours. You will not speak to her. You cannot help her.
Yeah, look, this thing's just a parasite, girly.
The girl squeezes her eyes shut and bows her head. Her own voice emerges, quavering with stress.
I can't do it. I can feel the sunlight and the air and the...
The laugh rises once more, and the girl lifts her head. Her gleeful eyes remain pitch black.
Fool! She is ours. Any strength is ours.
Yeah, hero one. No, you grab her shoulders, stare past the gaze of the demon. You can do this. Fight!
Her eyes clear for just a moment, showing a brief glimpse of the child within. Then the blackness fills them once again, and the demon hisses at you.
You give her hope. Good. It will make her spirit all the more delicious for us when she breaks. The child's purity cannot protect her forever.
Don't worry, I'll help you resist the demon.
She cannot resist us. She is nothing. She doesn't even have a name.
No, I'm talking to her, no you.
Fool, you're wasting your time.
You remember Buttons? He never banned you once, even when you're locked away.
A flicker of recognition crosses the girl's face, before the demon regains control.
She whimpers for the creature. You twist the knife in well.
What's your name?
Her name is Lost. Nothing. Soon she will be nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to give her a name then.
A harsh, rattling laugh.
You put too much faith in the girl's spirit. She cannot resist us.
Petunia or Maria, they sound fun. Buttercup sounds fun too. Yeah, your name's Buttercup after your fair hair. Or give her the name of Maria. Yeah, you can be a Maria now. Fuck you, you're a Maria now.
The girl's eyes clear for a moment, but then are swallowed by darkness once more.
Pathetic. Truly pathetic. Perhaps her true name would have helped. Perhaps not. Now get away from us. Your efforts grow tiresome.
Okay. Can we just bless her? Well, before we do something, it could end up being really bad.
You must seek to torment her too. Run then!
What can trigger her memory? If we guess her name, will it work?
You masts. Your trick failed.
Was one of those names her name? But how did you pass the test and still lose? I passed the speech persuasion test and I still lost. That is annoying as shit. What's that? Can this person help?
I know you. Or, I've heard of you. I'm one of Lohar's. And you did us quite a good turn back in Driftwood. I thank you.
She casts her eyes over the wreck below the bridge.
After all that's happened, it does me good to see you here. My driver, my cart wolf. Look at 'em. And for what?
What happened?
Void woke 'em. Weren't anywhere near us, but old Max sniffed 'em out anyway. Got so spooked he pulled my carriage right off the bloody bridge. Pulled my driver off with 'em. I rolled out in time. Better stranded out here than stuck in a city with a void woken, I suppose. But they deserved better than this.
What are you doing in Arts?
It were a wedding. Event of the season over at Mikhail Ross's estate. We were going in place of our boss.
She looks over the wreckage with a grimace.
Lo'ard gnaw my ear off if he could see the shape his emissaries are in.
She gives you a sharp look.
I suppose you know a little something about a wedding. Isn't that right?
Yes, we are being sent after the Queen.
Rumour had it she were to attend the wedding at Ross's estate, but rumour also had it she were very, very late. Haven't heard anything since.
I can't help but notice this chest. Holy fuck, who designed that? Anyway.
And if I'm honest, that's just fine with me. I've seen enough. I've heard enough. I haven't got much space left to fit anything else. I'm out. Good luck. I hope you're made of sterner stuff. Wedding can't have gone on after all this.
Just look the hello sir. Could you teleport me that?
Do this, Grace. I hope Boss understands.
Dead dwarf up here so I can loot her. Oh!
Wedding can't have gone on after all this.
Well, that goes to Spain. Yeah, see, I made the fucking Kraken back off, but it just doesn't really give a fuck after that. Right, let's see if we can find anything that knows anybody or anybody that knows anything about that little girl. And surely the fuck there's someone who knows something about that little girl. wonder if one of those speech options would have worked even if you passed it. I mean,
Have you seen what happened at the harbour? Voidwoken destroyed the whole place. Lucian preserve us.
have you seen any white monsters?
As a matter of fact, yes. Dallas was quite lucky to escape the Voidwoken. It destroyed her ship, but the hammer herself made it into the city all right.
Here's some money, so I could sell some old shit to him. Oh, mind maggots, yes. Take some mind maggots. Sharp claw. Take some potions. Yeah, I'll do.
Pledge my life, oh Lucian. Please return. I can't believe that I made it all the way here just to get locked out of Arx. Never missed a Lucian's day in my life. Until now, you'll see why I'm sore. If you get to hear the endless prayer at the cathedral.
The woman's upper lip twitches, and her chest heaves with each God-fearing utterance to the heavens.
Lucian, I pray thee absolve my sins and find me worthy. The time of reckoning is upon us. The hall awaits only the chosen. May the death fog cleanse me as it cleanses the land and waters.
She shoots you a frenzied glance.
He has told me his plan, Lizard. Lucian will not wash our sins away with water or fire, but with death fog. The true faithful will bathe in the fog of their own accord, and he will reward them with eternal bliss. It spreads even now, just below. I am ready to prove my loyalty.
She trails off, and her eyes flit upwards, as if listening to a voice only she can hear.
I could help you ascend to your death now. It doesn't seem like there's anybody here who can help me because they're all named Pilgrim.
No, I'm holding. Me too.
Strong. Lucian will preserve you.
Might be in the schoolhouse. They might know something about a little girl in the schoolhouse. I'll probably have to go. No, I don't have to go through the gates because I kind of removed them last time. Yeah, so that little girl, Purity is going to help her somehow, or her name.
Well, it's not like the old days just yet. But at least the riffraff is gone.
I wonder if Mrs. Griff will start school again now. I like school. I learnt about the Dragon Knights.
Maybe the kids in the sewers will know about her. This old man here gives you something to manage to guess all his questions, right?
So many books and such little time.
Oh.
Oh, wonderful smell on this volume. The musty aroma of knowledge.
Yeah, it's a purity of divinity, so I thought I'd try blessing her, it didn't work. Try source vampirism and just stealing the fucking demon out of her.
To think that some people value baubles and trinkets over books. Absurd. Greetings. I am Cranley Hubert. I assume no further introduction is required.
Sorry.
Oh, come now. Surely you've heard of my writing, or my work with the Historical Guild of Arcs? No?
Do you know who painted the Sacrifice of Lucian then?
Ha! Ask me a real question, why don't you? The answer is Hubert Oak, of course. My near namesake. A question for you. In what year did Lucian the Divine depart from us?
Fucking hell if I know, what year is it?
Incorrect. Now perhaps you'd like to return outside.
All that knowledge, and still nothing to help us
Greetings.
against
Oh, come now. Surely you've heard of my writing, or my work with the Historical Guild of Arcs? Let's see. 3 major houses govern the ancient empire. There's the House of Law, the House of War. Now, well, that was another question then. In what year was our savior, Lucian the Divine? Correct.
Oh.
Time for a real challenge. Name the first king of the dwarves.
Harold?
Wrong. Now perhaps you'd like to
Damn it. Fane, your turn.
Greetings. Oh, come now. Surely you... Ha! Ask me a real... Time for a real challenge. Wrong. Now perhaps you'd like to
Okay.
Greetings. Oh, come now. Ha! Ask me a... Time for a real challenge. Wrong. Now perhaps you'd like... Do you mind? I'm sure...
Ah. Do I just load and go again? Yes, I do. We're not putting up with that. We know the answers now. Gerald. Oh, right, okay. This is how you answer questions in the game. You just fucking quick save until you get it right. House of Dreams is an easy one though. You get a spell book, is it? Something like that. I just want to beat his quiz.
Greetings. Oh, come. Ha! Time for a real challenge. Clearly you... One final question. Answer this correctly, and you... The Sorcerer King from times of yore, Brachus Rex, had a twin. Well.
I remember that one from the fucking...
I must confess, your knowledge is impressive. Please, allow me to invite... Excellent. Please, come along.
Oops, clicked too fast, yeah.
Quite simple, once you know the trick. You place a book onto the pile, and a hatch at the back of the fireplace is unlocked. Go on down. I'll be right behind you.
But humans are a lost cause.
Beyond my sanctum, true intellect flourishes best in the dark, don't you think? Oh, wonderful smell on this volume. The musty aroma of knowledge.
Ooh. Hydrosophis, Aeroforge, Telekinesis. Hello, Lusa.
My sanctum, my intellectual womb, my palace of the mind. Welcome, and make yourself comfortable. Pray tell me, what's the darkest, most delicious nugget of knowledge you've come across in your time?
With a mischievous twinkle in his eye, Cranley glances from you to some nearby skill books, rare ones. He raises an eyebrow. Impress him, and we might win a prize, it seems.
We tell him with the void walking, yes.
Cranley Hubert's eyes bulge with amazement.
Oh my, yes. And please, let's not be so formal. Down here, call me Gigi.
He gestures absently for you to select from the skill books as your reward. It seems that the poor fellow is quite taken aback by what you told him. Without another word, he wanders away from you, deep in thought.
Holy shit, I just get my choice of skill books. Yes, I've already bought all of them, so... Chain of Lightning! Yes. Of course,
Such hefty volumes these are. I shall need to commission more shelving from the carpenter.
Chain of Lightning. I like Chain of Lightning. Take Arcane Stitch. And holy shit! Wow! That will be good for a little fun boy. I lose some memory and initiative. But that's okay because I have spells on I don't actually need on. And what else can we get rid of? Never really use that.
Smell on this volume. The musty aroma of knowledge.
See, I don't really use the wand. It gives me strength and from the rune, but I don't really use it. I could just equip a sword and get the memory and initiative from that. Of course, my fucking memory is already fucking pretty much. I only can take 3 more on this toolbar and that's it. So I would be fucking maxed out if I did that.
I shall need to commission more shelving from the carpenter.
I would lose free strength, which is all I am using my carry capacity to pick up things. So yeah, I noticed now, but maybe for the final battle, I'll keep it for the final battle. And that way I can just bump my character right up the load order. Let's go steal his shit. That's worth money. Maybe I can just telekinesis it right into my fucking inventory. Was that? No, it wasn't. Where's the fleet foot have to say?
Clear off. Need to keep the way clear.
You planning a quick getaway?
Ain't no getaway happening here. And if there is, I ain't involved. Get it?
I get it.
Good. Now clear off. You're in the way.
Who's in a hurry to leave?
Ain't no one going nowhere, far as you're concerned.
I don't think some random builder without a name is going to be able to help me with that child. There's probably a named NPC that helps me find out the child's name. Where did I even hear that the child was at the dock? Because that might be somewhere to start. I cannot remember where I picked up that quest from. I pick up quests like there's no tomorrow.
We shall train. We shall talk.
Hear ye, hear ye! Suspect in Alexander murder found dead in Driftwood.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Business must be booming for you, all them broken weapons.
Get out of here, you dirty mutt!
That way to Lucian's temple, where his dead body is kept.
Paladins don't need them either. They took the weapons off the dead magisters.
She nods a greeting.
Yeah, skill hooks for sale down here. The embassy is up here. And Lord Thunder Kem's estate right in front.
The man in front of you is clad in a ragtag assortment of garb. He looks up from repairing a battered instrument to smile and nod at you, one traveller to another.
Ho there, fellow traveller. Luronta. Looking for some cheer to lighten the mood of this grim city?
Yeah, well, okay.
Of course, and glad to. What do you say, Rob?
I'll come back later.
Sure, Loronta. I will be here, should you wish to hear a poem.
Yeah, I'm more worried about copyright strikes.
The trader looks at the mansion behind her nervously, then back to you.
Looking for, something special? All done, ma'am?
What the fuck? You're constantly poisoned. Hang on. Hang on. If that was Fane. If that was Fane. Poisoned constantly.
I know quality when I see it, and I'll bet you do too.
The gods love an optimist, that's for sure. Come out, wherever you are.
That could work for him.
I know quality when I see it, and I'll bet you do too. Care to trade?
She responds with a nervous wave, and her eyes flit to the mansion behind her. Curse-free antiquities bought and
Owls
sold.
have been flocking in and out of Kem Mansion all day. I suppose Lord Kem is trying to drum up support for his revolt against the Magisters.
Just random citizens.
Antiques and antiquities.
I bet those antiques come from the fucking Kem's mansion. That's all I can say. Why am I not wearing this?
Antiques and antiquities. Buying and selling.
Alright.
Yet, my word, the mansion's positively overrun with foreign folk on this most inauspicious of Lucian's days.
He catches himself and scrapes his throat in a brief moment of embarrassment.
I do apologize if I came across as impertinent just now, and I hope you'll forgive my unabating boldness when I assume Sir has come here in search of an audience with either Lord or Lady Kem.
Yeah, let's speak to Lady Kem.
Lady Kem is having tea in the drawing room over in the north wing. I'm quite certain a person as obviously well-travelled as yourself will have no problem drifting in that general direction, should he deem it fit to do so.
And the foreign folk?
Oh, I meant, of course, Sir's countrymen, the lizard excellencies that have sought shelter under this esteemed roof in the aftermath of the dreadful attack that was inflicted upon the Imperial Consulate. It saddens me to say there are a number of deaths to mourn, but no doubt we all rejoice at the survival of the nobles. After all, a mere clerk is so easily replaced, wouldn't you say?
Unlike a butler, see.
As you so rightfully point out, sir, quite unlike a butler.
And what about Lord Kem?
I'm afraid I can't accommodate you with the opportunity to have a word with Milord Kem at this precise moment, sir. Milord left early in the morning in pursuit of business, and he hasn't yet returned.
What business?
I'm not privy to the details of Milord's ventures, but I gather his outing pertains to his office as Grand Master of the Paladins, and the ousting of certain firebrands from the city. A most noble task, I'm sure. Unless I'm quite mistaken, in which case I once more apologize profusely, you'll most likely find Milord in the immediate vicinity of the Magister headquarters. The Magisters, in case my previous sentence lacked clarity, being the firebrands I alluded to.
Thank you.
Yes, do please excuse me, for I've a party of dignitaries to attend to. They've an appetite for an aperitif, and the port, needless to say, does not pour itself.
Yes. I would kill you on sight if I could get away with it. Anyway, we'll end the episode there, and I'll see you next time.